Hello fellow colorists, welcome back to Sunday. We are March 17th today and that is St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. If I have any Irish viewers, subscribers, shout out in the comments below where you're watching from. Welcome to the channel. Everyone here that watches and subscribes are fellow colorists and we are here because we love coloring. However, sometimes we need to do something a little bit different, a little bit crazy. And so today I'm going to try my first page ever in the reverse coloring book by Kendra Norton. I bought this recently when it was on sale on Amazon. And let's just jump right into it. Now, a couple of reasons why I'm doing the book is one, I am currently away from my home. I'm still house sitting in California, so I don't have all of my normal supplies. I don't have all my normal stencils or materials for coloring. So I went to look for a Irish or spring, clover looking, shamrock looking page, and I could not come up with anything. I have colored a lot of bunnies, a few chicks, some eggs, but I could not find anything Irish related. So this morning I did have my Irish cream in my coffee as per usual. So that's my nod to the Irish for today. I am going to be picking though, to kind of keep on theme, I'm going to pick a page that is green and yellow. And this is what the page looks like. So in case you aren't aware of what a reverse coloring book is, it is a book that already has the color put on the page and you decide what the picture speaks to you. So there's all kinds of pages. Some of them are a little bit more obvious. Maybe these are daisies, and you would take your pen or pencil and you would draw the outline to make them into something. So that's what it's all about. There's many different pages. Some of them are totally up to your interpretation and you can design what you want. I thought I would pick a page that had the colors for Irish on them. So I picked a page that had some green. I was originally looking to draw some shamrocks and that kind of stuff, but then I'm just staring at the page and I saw a few items on the page that kind of came to me. So I am going to attempt my first ever reverse coloring book and page, and I have sketched out a few items in pencil just to kind of give myself a bit of a start, and I'm going to be using a Papermate Flare medium pen, and I'm just going to go through. Now it is single-sided. I do not think this pen will go through, but I'm going to grab a blotter sheet anyways and put it behind my first page. Okay, so this is the page zoomed out, but I think it would be better for viewing if I zoomed you down. So I'm going to lower the camera and I'll probably move the book around a little bit, but it's probably easier if you see what I'm doing, if you can actually see what I'm doing. So let me adjust the camera. I may also go ahead and grab we had some hard trivia on Wednesday, so I'm going to grab a couple more trivia cards. And as I'm drawing, I thought we would go ahead and read a couple of those as well. That's from the game I Should Have Known That. I'm going to zoom you down a little bit. And I'm going to start down on the bottom. And these green areas here, I want to turn these into shamrocks. The idea is just to draw what you see. So I've got two shamrocks here. So a shamrock, from what I understand, has 3 leaves. And then I've got a 4-leaf clover up here. So obviously there are 4 leaves in a 4-leaf clover. And if I've got that wrong, then by all means correct me in the comments. Okay, and this kind of, to me, looked like a butterfly. So I'm gonna make this a butterfly. You can do as much detail as you like, so I will come and do a bit of fine detail on the butterfly. And whatever I do to one side, I've got to make sure I do to the other. Over here, this kind of looked to me like a I'll zoom you back out. This area right here, to me, it looks kind of like a calla lily. So that's what I was kind of envisioning it to be. And while I'm tracing that out, I will show you on screen the first card and start off. There are 4 questions on I should have known that trivia on each card. And the first question is, oh my goodness. What are the streets that run north-south in Manhattan called? Strings, I don't know. I've never been to Manhattan. I'm just gonna say avenues. If we've got anybody here that's been to New York or lives in New York, then hopefully you get this question right. And the answer is avenues. Okay, I think I had that right. Woohoo! Okay, well that was a total guess. And then I can come in and color or do some more doodle designs. Okay, I think that calla lily looks really pretty. Bring you in a little bit. This area right here, to me, looked like a hummingbird. So, because this part looked like a wing beating. I saw some hummingbirds outside recently. They were sipping pollen or whatever off of a bougainvillea tree in the backyard here, and just amazing birds. They were, of course, flitting about and moving so fast, so definitely a wonder of nature. Okay, so that's gonna let that dry a bit. Lines for the wings and stuff. I want to make sure it looks like it's moving. Feathers. Okay. Now I also see another butterfly here, and this one is kind of at a different angle. And then over here in the corner, this right here, to me, looked like a really fat bumblebee. So, I don't know, I kind of just saw a lot of wings on this page, and I'm not sure, you know, other than, you know, flowers and stuff, but I was kind of seeing a lot of winged items kind of floating around or buzzing around a garden area. So that is kind of what I was envisioning. So I'm going to draw a big bumblebee here, and he's upside down, so he's like, I don't know if he's dive bombing to go to a flower or what. Not sure if this will count as one of the bees. When I go back home, I'm going to participate in Bee Cozy's How Many Bees? She's got a hashtag going, so if you don't follow Bee Cozy, she's celebrating her 3rd anniversary, I believe, coloring. And she started a hashtag, How Many Bees? So those are all the items. Let's zoom you out. Okay, our next trivia question while I'm looking at this is, what is the square root of 36? That should be 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So yes, 6 is the answer. Woohoo! Okay, let me go grab an eraser, and I'm going to go ahead and erase any pencil marks. And while I'm erasing, I'll shut the camera off. Okay, now that I have some items traced on here, I'm actually going to come in with my Staedtler pigment pens. I've also got some Pitt Artist pens, so I'm gonna come in and we're going to do the green ones first. Zoom you in while I do this coloring, and we'll do our 3rd question, which is, who was the Greek goddess of victory? Oh boy. Greek goddess of victory. Well, okay, well, so goddess means it's a female. Athena. That's who I'm going to say. That's the only Greek goddess I know, I think. So my answer is Athena. Nike. Okay, well, that was not in my knowledge. I'm going to do these 2 shamrocks here. We'll do our 4th question of trivia, and our 4th question is, what author wrote the best-selling book The Da Vinci Code? Oh, good grief. I know it's a very popular book. I have never read it, so I'm gonna have to say I don't know. And the answer is Dan Brown. Okay, so again, Jody got 2 out of 4, which is 50%. Stick with this one green to do the calla lilies, the stems anyways. And we've got this really pastel yellow, so I'm gonna just do that to blend this in. Okay, and I like the white inside, but I'm gonna make this a brighter yellow. I'm gonna use willow green and light green for the leaves. Try not to touch the black because it looks to be reactivating. So that's something I should have tested ahead of time. Let's give it a bit of shading here. Okay, we will grab a new, here's the next card. Whose 2 best friends are Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger? Well, Harry Potter. And the answer is Harry Potter. I'm going to leave these wings transparent, and I'll just fill the rest of this in a little bit. It is good to know that this is actually not a permanent marker if it smears. So, okay, so this one is called light black, and I'm going to do some may have to switch to pencil crayons because the marker is activating the black, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to grab some waxy colored pencils. Okay, I'm going to bring out my 4 candies, my mechanical colored pencils. They are 36, and these are the colors that I have. They're quite waxy, and they work really well. And I think this is pretty smooth paper, so I think that the waxy pencils will work well on that. So I'm going to grab some colors. I'll do a little bit of very light blue. I'm going to bring you down. Concentrate a little bit on this hummingbird here. And while we're doing that, I will read out our next question. What type of race in swimming combines 4 different swimming styles? Okay, well, I do follow the Olympics. So that is usually called a medley, I believe, or a relay. But 4 different, I'm going to go with medley. And the answer is medley swimming. Yes! Need to have a little bit more definition on this back wing to make sure it is actually showing up as a separate wing. So I'll do the one in the front a bit lighter. Leave the colors, like this is yellow, so we'll do yellow. And then we'll also bring in some tealy color. It looks so pretty. And that's how our hummingbird is going to look. I'm going to just work on this bumblebee a little bit. So I will bring in some orange. And then we'll do the yellow in the center. That'll make them hopefully a little bit more rounded. Got a white, so I can do that here to kind of make the wings a little bit more transparent, because I definitely have some smearing. Our next trivia question is, Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. What is the second highest? I'm going to say Kilimanjaro. I am deeply affected by altitude, so I do not go near any mountains. We will go with that as it's the only kind of one I know. And it is K2. So that's the answer. So I might actually put on screen some info about that, like where it is and all that kind of stuff, because I'm not familiar. The outside of the wings, so that they're a little bit more defined. I'm gonna let that dry. Okay, I'm gonna draw a few more extra items onto the page before I do these butterflies, starting off with this right here, which is a flower that the hummingbird is getting some nectar out of. So it's, and I'll make this a flower as well. I'm going to make it into a rose instead of so I'm going to lightly erase this, and I'm going to draw in with the actual this reverse coloring book gives you definitely an appreciation for the drawing and skill level of people who can actually draw. So that is not me. Fourth question is, what does FAQ stand for? And FAQ stands for frequently asked question. Oh, this is probably looking like a hot mess, but hopefully by the time I'm finished it, it'll look a little better. And then I can come in with the black marker and do some illustrator lines. Does that sort of look like a rose now? I also think that I'm going to come in and I will put some blue in these white areas. So if I bring you out, it's looking a little less chaotic. It's a little odd to have these shamrocks here, but it is St. Patrick's Day, so we're just going to go with it. The answer to the fourth trivia question, what does FAQ stand for, was correct in its frequently asked questions. So I got 3 out of 4 questions on that. So that's awesome. So 3 plus 2 is 5 out of 8 for today's session. Okay, along with the Stardust Clear on the wings, I've also come in with the Silver Dual Hybrid Metallic gel pen and done the outline and the lines inside the wings, the little movement lines, and they'll be a little bit reflective. Working on this butterfly moth thing. So I've got some green glaze. So we've got light green, and now I'm going in with a yellow. I'm going to go off and complete more of this page. I think that acrylic paint or gouache would do really well in this book. So I look forward to doing more pages in this book once I get back to civilization and I have all my supplies. I did make a post on my community tab letting you know that there will not be a Coloring with Us Coloring Roulette challenge. So Disney Megs and I are taking 1 month off, mainly due to the fact that she's got a really busy life at the moment, and I have not a lot of supplies. So it was just going to work out better for both of us if we took a month off. So if you haven't finished your challenges for the last couple of months, then I do have a playlist on my channel. Go ahead and watch those videos and catch up. Submit you can either email me your completed page and or post it to Instagram and tag me with the hashtag Color with Us Coloring Roulette, and I will include your submission in our gallery video, which will be in April. We've got a little bit of extra time to get those entries in. So remember to comment below how many trivia questions you got right out of 8. I'm going to zoom you out. We're going to take a look at how our page is doing. Okay, tackling the background a little bit, I have brought in 2 distressed crayons by Ranger. One is brushed corduroy and one is pine needles, and I've just done some dry brushing along here to kind of bring in that foresty kind of thing going on. So we've just not got a lot of white on the paper down here, and it's more blended out. I'm going to leave the center area, and I'm going to do some kind of sky up at the top. I don't have a good color though for the sky, so I'm going to need to use a Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2, one called Night Blue. Scribble that on here, and I'm going to pick it up with my water brush. And we're going to I need to be careful not to touch the black, because that it will run. Let's let this dry. I think we'll, after this is dry, I'm going to come in with some gold gel pen and do some maybe designs on some of this and glitz up. Okay, here we are back for one final look at our completed page. I'm calling this done. I think that adding the blue Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 for the sky and the the distressed crayon on the bottom helped kind of finish off and ground this page and make it look a little less chaotic. It's an interesting page. I think there's quite a bit going on, but it does kind of give a whole garden vibe with some flying animals in it. We've got some dual hybrid metallic on some of the items like the hummingbird, and also on the actual butterfly here. Try and catch that in the light. And we've got the stardust clear on the bee's wings, so they are a little bit transparent. I brought in a little bit of white gel pen at the end just to add a few dots to the shamrocks and the 4-leaf clover, and on the calla lily here. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my first attempt at the reverse coloring book by Kendra Norton, sorry. I hope you answer below how many trivia questions you got out of the 8. I think they were a little bit better today, although there were some hard ones as per normal. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I hope you get to do something colorful and creative this week. Until Wednesday, take care, my friends. Bye-bye.